Because here's the deal with me in golf, I've tried it twice, okay? And every time that I went, it turned out to be an Easter egg hunt. So like I would hit the ball, and I'd look for it from the grass for an hour.
I think I lost 40 balls yesterday.
That's expensive.
It's very, well, no, not really.
Because you use, I'm not big on the brands in golf. Titleist?
Titleist?
What is it called?
Is it Titleist? Titleist? Is that what you said?
Titleist?
Titleist.
Titleist.
No.
See, I'm not big on the brands. I don't know. I'm not a golfer.
So I have a box
twice.
of those that I bought. They're expensive too. It's like, we're talking for, I think there's 4 little boxes and there's four balls within those. So you've got less than 20 balls there. Is that right? Is my math right?
20 shots.
Yeah, and you're paying 40 shots for it.
So you got 40 shots or 20 shots?
No, you pay $40 for it. It's 20 shots. So
that's $2 a ball.
Right, that's like 2 holes, and I've already spent $40. I'm looking for more balls. So
that's
the course you're playing on, they don't have the offer of the pond balls.
What's a pond ball?
What, pond, like a pond ball?
You know how they have?
Oh yeah, where they get out of the deal.
Yeah. But you get like a sack for $5.
Well, they were closed yesterday, so it was only open to the people that keep their carts there and who are members or whatever.
So you bootleg golf.
Do you have a cart?
Bootleg.
I don't have a cart.
Are you getting a cart?
I'm getting a cart for sure.
I can see you getting a cart.
I'm getting a cart.
Is it going to be 4-wheel drive?
It's definitely going to be 4-wheel drive.
Do you need 4-wheel drive on a normal golf course?
It depends on how many beers you drink.
So I want to explain to these people that are watching a little bit. Let's dive into this. All right, this is something I really want to dive into.
I can't wait to hear this.
I want to dive into the fact that Cortland likes to get into let's call it a White Claw contest with himself.
Nice.
Right? So when you first found the White Claw, do you remember that day?
Well, I've never actually enjoyed them as a thing. I mean, they taste like...
That's a lie.
It's not a lie. It's, okay.
You
They
came
taste
in
like
here one day with a
hairspray.
grande. You're like,
White Claws.
it's humongous.
I've seen that
Mango.
before.
Oh, big mango.
Yeah. Big mango. I wasn't, okay, they only had White Claws where we were. There was not, I don't, okay. I go on my kicks where I like beer every now and again, but not all the time because, you see this right here? It gets bigger when you drink beer, a lot bigger. It's not the part of my body that I want bigger right here. Because other things get, it goes away. So
So what you're saying is other things get smaller when your belly gets
it's like
bigger.
a push-pull situation.
Right.
Right. So with White Claws, back when I was drinking them, now I've prohibited myself from drinking the White Claw now for various reasons we're probably going to hear about here shortly in Gabe's story.
It's not my story.
It's
your story.
It's about to be the world's story.
I think that the world needs to know about it.
I agree. I'll sit here and listen to it.
So it's duck season, 2019. All right, I'm gonna paint the picture. Let me paint the picture for you. We're in the dummer. We've got the top up. I'm asleep. We've got another, gentleman with us, like Cortland. And Cortland has proceeded to get into he got into a White Claw contest. We call it a White Claw off with himself. Okay. And he wins and loses. And I am tired. It's duck season. We've been scouting. It's cold. I go inside. He's got somewhat of a campfire built, but it was wet wood, right?
So it's kind of a smoke fire.
It's just a smoke. It's just a big, So he's over there. I don't know how many White Claws deep he is in of the wild cherry, but he's in a bunch. Right?
Oh, with that wild cherry way. Yeah.
So apparently, from the other person that was with us, that Cortland said, and I'm asleep, mind you, I'm up top, snoozing. And this tin is light proof, light really didn't get through it very well.
Right.
Okay? I wake up out of a dead sleep. I thought the course was on fire. I'm not kidding.
The whole tin shifted like that.
And he apparently said, well, I think this fire is a little bit boring. And throws gas onto the fire.
Oh, no.
But then...
No, I kicked it.
Oh, you kicked it?
I kicked the whole can into the fire.
Because the fire came back to the can.
Yes. So I kicked it and I didn't, so I forgot.
We're at State Park, mind you.
Fireworks morning.
Yeah, but they had through a 30-foot flame. And it woke me up. I thought it was Hiroshima.
At this point, the volunteer fire department
Yeah.
in the nearest town is...
They know about it. They're not coming, but they know it's here.
Something happened. They're
saw
well
the light.
aware.
You had to see the light.
Hell
Oh, that or UFO.
I think everybody saw the light that night.
I did in a light-proof tent. It woke me up, and I'm like, what in the hell? I look up, and it's this giant, like, 30-foot fireball. Cortland's just over there, I don't know, doing Cortland things. I'm like, dude, you're gonna put the grass on fire? Shit on fire.
Hey, you know what? Fire won't work anymore.
So that's what I'm saying, like, when we go duck hunting, there's always some kind of shenanigan. It's normally not during the hunt, it's normally before the hunt.
Would that be called post or pre?
I would call it pre-shenanigan.
Pre-hunt.
Pre-hunt?
Shenanigans.
Well, it's like
Pre-hunt
a weird time frame though, because it's like, it's either post, because
Well, a lot of times
it's
because
after, but it's
we're-
also before.
Well, it's a lot of times because we're sleep deprived.
Yeah. At this point,
Like, have you been duck hunting before?
I have, years ago. Not like you guys go. You know,
How'd they hide you?
Huh?
How'd they hide you?
Believe it or not, they make camouflage man-sized Cortland. I don't have to buy it out of the
Like
children's
the baby
section.
cat?
Yeah.
I gotta, see, I wear sitka, but I wear the children's.
I would imagine. I would imagine.
Or the ladies?
I priced some Sitka once, and you know, obviously I'm gonna have to take up more duck hunting now that I'm friends with you guys. So, but the higher it is, or the heavier you are, it seems the higher it is. You know,
Yeah,
man size.
I can see that.
You know,
More material.
Cortland, do you have a
Blisters?
wolf fetish? Because of that, you keep chewing on that tea.
I love this thing. Hey, look, here's the deal. It's like, it's
I'm
better
glad
than
it's that
chewing.
shape.
It's better than chewing tobacco. Better than chewing tobacco. And I don't know, I just, don't worry about it.
nervous habit,
I think everybody that watches this, that's all they're gonna hear is Cortland. Chewing on it.
ticking.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to chew on it. So,
Maybe you need some gum. That's-
So the blistering cold, you know, comes from the wind. You know, it's you can get little dry patches on your cheeks where it gets real tender.
Yeah, we've had that. I've had that.
that's normal.
The thing that gets me during duck season is my hands get cracked.
And
Yeah,
bad.
your
You have to
hands
use that udder butter? Is it udder butter?
or working man's
Udder
hands.
Udder butter. Didn't they
Udder
have something called
Yeah,
udder butter?
udder butter. They had that, and then they got working man's hands. That's what I used when I was in North Dakota.
That's what we use. We use that stuff. That's what we got hold
O'Keefe's.
of in, it was like the last part of duck season. I think we had some. It was,
Udder butter?
no, it wasn't nutter butter. That's what you eat every morning.
Nutter butter.
Nutter butter.
And then night.
Those are
And
good.
a cup of coffee.
Nutter butters are good.
He doesn't
Nutter
have
butter.
coffee. No, you wake up. Here's the thing with Gabe when you go hunting. You wake up and you think I'm a degenerate. You wake up and all you hear is, so
Oh.
I'm like, what's this? And he's over here having a Pop-Tart and a beer.
That's good.
That sounds like a
Who's
very
wrong
good
with
one.
Pop-Tart?
Yeah, but when you first wake up, like, I don't know, everybody's different, but I don't just wake up and think, I want an older, that's been sitting in the dumper for at least 3 weeks, Coors Light, with a Pop-Tart. That sounds great.
They stay cold.
It's
Boy, it's sick. It's
what that
20
seems
degrees.
like is that might be a new fad cleanse.
Fat cleanse?
Fad cleanse, you know, like the California beach body.
I'm gonna tell you, I was talking with Mason on
Is
a
that
previous
so?
episode of this,
I saw it.
and we were talking about beer mimosas, and he was explaining to me about I think he called it a man mosa.
A man
Vodka?
mosa.
Was it vodka with some kind of beer?
He said
Vodka, Blue Moon, and orange juice.
And orange juice.
We gotta
Sounds
try that.
amazing.
We're trying that.
Oh,
Hey,
we're not trying it, we're drinking them.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're having it.
yeah. They
Got the
come
fingers
right down to the
out.
fingers. It was ticking in the Spencer brain.
The finger.
But that's why, like, I carry a little bit of, sometimes I carry almond oil in your bag.
What did you
In my little medicine jar.
Yes.
It's that little,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little,
Mm-hmm.
Can help
maybe
you.
like Kentucky Straight.
Mm-hmm. Little straightness.
You know, it helps to warm the soul at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
When it's really cold. A little toot off of that. I like to do that every now and then.
Problem is,
But I mean, we eat good.
we eat real good.
That's the problem. That's why I gained weight during duck season.
Everybody's like, oh man, I've been hunting for 3 weeks and I've lost 20 pounds. Like, we gain weight.
You need to gain weight for the
I
war.
don't need to gain any weight.
Well, I mean, obviously, you're in the same boat.
I'm getting to be like kind of a big girl.
He gets offended. He got so
I mean,
upset last
big
year.
girls-
But yeah, I started fat shaming last year.
Yeah, he started calling himself all kinds of names. Like, he just fat shamed himself, like, you fat piece of, like, he just talking to himself. He called himself I'm not gonna say it on here. Well, it was a fat, I'm gonna say a bodily fluid bubble. He kept calling himself that. Like, is that gonna make you skinnier? I remember we went to a restaurant and he looked through the whole menu and God, they've got the best. This restaurant has the best mac and cheese. They put brisket in it.
Oh, that's in, we can't say where it's at.
Can't say that. We're not gonna pull that card.
Oh, yeah, we don't wanna be telling people our holes on
What? Yeah.
television.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I know some people that do that sometimes, and
It's not good.
we're not gonna mention names or anything.
No, but there is a place that does brisket mac and cheese.
Oh my God.
Bless.
You won me at brisket. Like,
Yo, then you mix
it's
it.
marriage at mac and
He's
cheese.
in
freaks out
a
about
big bowl. Oh,
They
dude.
That's,
Yeah.
yes. Barbecue and macaroni and
So,
cheese.
we're gonna get Brian in on one, we're gonna give him at least one good hunt this season.
We're gonna have to order him 2 bowls.
We're gonna throw
Probably
him
you eat
in
more
the
than I
dumper.
do.
We'll throw him in the dumper, get him on some hunts,
Alright.
and we're gonna show him what it's really like.
Because
Because it's a lot of shenanigans.
it's not like what most people would think. Like most people think you just go and get in a boat, go and hunt out the boat, and then you're done. No. I think we walk. How many miles a hunt do you think we walk? Like throughout the day?
You or me? We're talking about you or me. Because Cortland's deal is he gets to the hole, he always thinks there's a water hole, like there's
I always think
secret
there's
hole.
something better.
There's a secret hole, like, we'll go in,
Obviously.
and it's 2 a.m. When you see flashlights, we're all getting our stuff out, there goes first thing. There he goes, they're like, where's Cortland going? He's looking for another hole. Well, has he scouted? No. He thinks there's water back there. There's not. He's gonna come back in a minute, and he's gonna say there's a baby hole. Everything's
baby
baby.
What
Baby
I've found.
It's just little baby holes, not much water in it.
Yeah.
But they were there, there's feathers in the water drop. I'm like, and then
See,
Here
here's
he
where
comes,
that
he comes
started.
back.
Here's where that started. So, me and my buddy, you know Peavy.
yeah.
So old Toothless Wonder and I were over on a local lake out here. Everybody knows Palestine, and it was when we had that drought. So there was a lake, and of course you'd have like little spots that because the lake was basically gone. You could only get to certain parts of it. Well, we were on a section where we were hunting this little island, and it was deep around that island. And we were killing birds ish, but I swear I kept hearing birds, and gadwall. They make that. You know what the sound they make?
What is it?
Oh, you want me to make it real quick? So gadwall kind of go like they make that little meh. It's like a meh,
Oh, yeah,
meh,
I've heard that before.
heavy. So I kept hearing that, and he kept calling me crazy. He's trying to say that I'm hearing things. Like, dude, I know there's something over there, and I know that once I because it was kind of like in the horizon.
Right.
It's like
Have you had alcohol at this point?
no 0.
Okay.
No, we were hunting. This was we were either still in school or we were just out of school and working, and we didn't have to go to work until noon. And
The noon?
The noon. Yeah, there's only one noon, I think.
Like out of all the noons, it's the
The noon.
Noon.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I kept hearing this. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go walk real quick. And dude, I had to walk a mile and a half. I get over this little ridge, just what we could see from where we were. And sure enough, there's one little hole just out in the middle of nowhere, dried up bank everywhere around it, one hole, and it's loaded. We hunted that hole all season long. We called it the puddle. It was no bigger than this table. And okay, it might be a little bit bigger, maybe about this room. But we call it the puddle. And we killed birds all season long there. And nobody knew about it because you wouldn't think it just looks like a beach over there. But we killed birds from that day on, all the time. And so I think that's where
what brought them in there.
and we don't know. There wasn't really hardly any food. I think just shelter. I think they're just trying to get away from everything else. We couldn't figure it out. I mean, there was a little bit of food when I first got in there, and believe it or not, there's a lot of snails.
Yeah.
Gadwall will eat snails. They eat invertebrates. So there's a lot of that when we first got there. But after we hunted it over the year, like we've hunted it, because it once the water came back up, it's underwater. But we have had times where that little section of the lake would dry up, and that would stay there, and sure enough, birds would keep coming to it. So
Well,
I
how
don't
will
know.
we get a drought?
But that's why. So every time you see my headlight be popping off into the distance.
Oh, it's hilarious.
That's why. I feel like I'm
You
getting
think the
find
puddle's
there.
there.
And I've had some of the best hunts of my life in holes that I just there I go.
Stumble upon.
He's a puddle jumper.
Oh yeah, you can call me a puddle.
We're gonna start calling him puddle jumper. Right now.
I'm the puddle.
Not
I think we
crispy
need to
bacon.
name the boat the Puddle Jumper.
Yeah, yeah.
No, his boat's named Musty Tuna.
Yeah,
The musty tuna, that
Musty
is
tuna.
great.
I
That
gotta
is
get,
phenomenal.
I need to get some letters for it to put that on the back.
I think you should just spray paint it.
I mean,
Well, yeah, $50,000 duck boat, but we have spray paint, the musty. That'd be about me.
This is crispy bacon.
One pot-bellied pig has certainly endured his share of problems. Crispy bacon was born without the use of his you have to read this story.
It's his kid. What's his kid? No, that's where the crispy bacon comes from.
Yeah, so every time you see my profile picture from now on, you're gonna laugh. Have you seen mine though? It's a pig, but he's going like he's looking up. It's like
Like a treat.
like he's singing, yeah.
it-
Like
it's
maybe
hilarious.